Okay. So not our commander in chief. I'm from Canada, but we'll say our North American commander in chief, uh, President Biden, had another stumble ski. Yeah, that's a lot. His feet aren't working very well. I don't know what's going on. His balance is a little off. And I'm not an ageist here, so I'm not going to say this is related to his age, but this is probably related to his age. The guy's 80. Okay. Um, and yeah, and they want him to run for another 4 years. So he basically at the end of that term he'd be 85. Yeah, that seems normal. That's what we should do. Let's just keep getting them older. Eventually we'll have like a 110-year-old president. Like every time they talk, we'll be like, "Whoa, holy, they're talking." Oh. Um, yeah, I think he might be. I don't know. I hate to say it. Well, actually, I don't. I'm not a Biden fan at all, so I don't care. Yeah, I think he's done. I think the cognitive ability is gone. I think the motor functions are kind of gone. I think it's time to put this guy out the pasture. Um, but let's just let him get through his term here because God, there's worse waiting in the you know, in the next seat. So let's just leave well enough alone. But yeah, I don't think he's well. So I'm going to read this. This is a New York Times article. I'm going to, oh, here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you the video. Let me replay this here. Um, can I do this in full screen here? Here we go. Okay. Oops. And I feel sorry for, look, he had to take a second seat. That's a hard get up. And then he points out it was that over there that got me. That's the thing. It was that bad, I don't know, whatever the heck it was. I think they said it was a sandbag or something like that. It was the bad sandbag that got me. I love how you point. No, right there, right there. See it? It didn't move. It's there. But when he tried to get up too, it it wasn't like a clean get up. It was, and again, I'm not going to pick on him. He's 80. He's an 80-year-old man. It's not going to be like he's going to spring back up. But for them to just brush this off and say, "Oh, no, he's fine." So I'll read the New York Times article because it's kind of funny. So President Biden tripped and fell after delivering a speech and handing out diplomas to graduates of the Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs. Blah blah blah. Uh, uh, who is 80 years old, was helped up and appeared to recover quickly. I love that they spin it that way. I want to just say, no, he had a hard time getting up. They helped him up, and he moved on. Whatever, right? Um, so Mr. Biden's fall was captured on video and spread on social media. He appears to trip, fall to his knees, and catch himself with his hands on the floor of the stage. I love how I say that. I don't know. I didn't really see him catch himself necessarily. He just fell like, what did he? He didn't move his arms out of the way. No. His arms got in the way slightly, and he fell like a normal person would fall. I love how they spin it this way, right? He was helped up by several Air Force officials and Secret Service agents, and he walked back to his seat. Mr. Biden had just delivered an energetic speech to the Air Force graduates before helping to hand out the diplomas. He fell after he distributed the final diploma and was headed back to his seat. He's fine, the White House communications director said in a tweet Thursday afternoon. There was a sandbag on the stage while he was shaking hands. That's damn sandbags. They'll get in the way. So why don't I just say, this is how I would explain it. I saw it. I would say, okay, he tripped. That's normal. That happens. He had a slightly hard time getting up. They had to help him up. But he's an 80-year-old man. So that's not, if I saw any 80-year-old man fall, I would never expect him to spring up. But it's this whole point that it's almost if they're trying to the misnomer that he's not in bad shape in any way or any of that kind of stuff. He's 80. So he's going to be a bit, clumsy, feeble, that kind of thing as you naturally age. But I think the point is, should we have a president who's 80 years old, or should we be looking more for, 50 to 65, very spry and, energetic still, and fully, you know, got the full cognitive gears going? That's just personally what I think. And in this case, I don't think Biden does. But you know, this doesn't look very good. These kinds of things happening for his reelection purposes. So they're going to spin it in every which way they can to be like, oh no, no big deal, nothing to see here. But I think there's something to see here, unfortunately.